Hey, welcome to A Foreigner in the Philippines. Doing a little walkabout with our bigger bus. We're finding now we're getting a little bit blocked up here. The red will be stored unless we use it for backup. There it is there. Actually, I'm just looking now. I'm wondering if the new blue will go under that awning, maybe on the other side where the big blue is. So, well, we'll soon find out. But we're having to make another clearing here where we're going to extend this area here so that we have a turnaround place, or even a parking space. That might be a place where we would use for parking. But the guys have been working on that. These are the rough hewn steps that they put in, and that's a good shot of our bus. I prefer to call that a bus than a jeepney. The jeepneys, I think of those monolithic, well, they're like huge dinosaurs, aren't they, on the road, with all of those. I remember them with all of those ornaments on the front. They always used to have a dozen or so horses which were stood on the hood, and they were massive, and they've got great diesel engines in them that made a hell of a noise, whereas this one is a little bit more refined. Well, we're gonna go down in the new blue, and we're going to find out how well it performs. Actually, I'm much relieved to see that. I think that it will go under there, especially if we go to the other side, which obviously is proving to be the concrete is lower over there because it's meant to drain off to that side of the compound. So this is a little update on what we're doing. We just had a ton of rainfall. They're taking all of this out of here. They're going to go right in there, right in around there, so that it's a full parking space, I think, which would use that land, which is not being used at the moment. It would utilize it very well. So I'm going to leave this lovely old tree in there, of course, and we're using all of this to level out right down, as you can see. Probably transfer some of it over to this side of the road as well. I'd intended at some point to actually put a little bit more concrete in here so that it helps when you do that sweep around. You come around here and you back up into this, and then you go forward there and round, and that's a pretty tight turn. So if anything we could do with just widening it just a little bit there, maybe at a later date, we'll have to see. Just to give a quick update while we're here on the house of James and Jessica. I don't know why people think that it's been abandoned. It hasn't. The project is ongoing. I wish for their sake that it was not waiting so long. I don't think it does that poor quality hollow block that we use here in the Philippines. I don't think it does any good to be beaten by the rain and then by the sun and back again and back again and back again. I've seen what it does when you leave a few concrete blocks out and you let the rain and then the sun, and you let that alternating heat and then soaking. It doesn't do it any good. It's not good. So I wish it was not so long since they'd worked on it, but needs must. James is working. He is working in the States, and he's doing what everybody else does. He's trying to make the money to be able to come back and spend a great deal of money on making that house. It's not cheap. So that's an update for you on James and Jessica's house. That's how it goes sometimes. Our own house, our red house there, humble little place that it is. We worked on that for 2 years and it's still not finished. So, be patient. Alright, I'm off now. We're going to try. There's been a lot of rain, so we're really not sure how the new blue is going to fare. In fact, we're still debating whether we should whether we should try it, but it wouldn't be so easy to get the little red out right now, so maybe it's Hobson's choice. Oh, there we go. It's a dog's life. Okay. Alright, thanks for looking in, the foreigner in the Philippines. And there's the damn chickens.